Hare Krishna. So we welcome everyone back to this session of Krishna book based on Krishna book written by Srila Prabhupada. And today we are going to discuss the most wonderful pastime of Krishna, that is Trnavarta, and Krishna showing his universal form to Mother Yashoda. First we'll do Mangalacharan, and then we'll start with chapter 7. And Krishna willing, we'll try to complete 2 chapters by the end of the day, chapter 7 and chapter 8. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Today we'll start with chapter 7, the salvation of Trnavarta. So, Mataji, first paragraph, would you like to read?
Yeah, sure. Hare Krishna. The salvation of Trnavarta. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna is always full with 6 opulences, namely complete wealth, complete strength, complete fame, complete knowledge, complete beauty, and complete renunciation. The Lord appears in different complete eternal forms of incarnation. The conditioned soul has immense opportunity to hear about the transcendental activities of the Lord in these different incarnations. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Janma karma cha me divyam. The pastimes and activities of the Lord are not material. They are beyond the material conception, and the conditioned soul can benefit by hearing such uncommon activities. Hearing is an opportunity to associate with the Lord. To hear his activities is to evolve one's transcendental nature simply by hearing. The conditioned soul has a natural aptitude to hear something about other conditioned soul in form of fiction, drama, and novel. That inclination to hear something about others may be utilized in hearing the pastimes of the Lord. Then one can immediately evolve his transcendental nature. Krishna's pastimes are not only beautiful, they are very pleasing to the mind. आगे पढ़ो.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So here, what Srila Prabhupada is emphasizing is that Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, whether he is lying down in the lap of Mother Yashoda or he is acting as a charioteer of Arjuna, he is always complete in his 6 opulences, that is name, fame, strength, knowledge, beauty, renunciation. He is always empowered with all these things, and that too complete. Because if we relate to the material world, we see if somebody is very beautiful, if somebody is Miss World, then not necessarily that person is can say that I am the wealthiest person on the land, and then I am the most knowledgeable person, or I am the most famous person. No. And then if somebody is the wealthiest person on the earth, then that person cannot claim that I am the most knowledgeable or I am the most strongest. But here we have to understand that God, Krishna, is opulent in all these six his name, fame, beauty, knowledge, renunciation in this each and every minute. So here, what our acharyas want to tell us that just by knowledge or just by renunciation or just by reading Vedas and scriptures, no one can become God. So Krishna is one, he is the supreme personality of Godhead, and from him has come out all the different rays. Like sun is one, and then from his different rays have come out. So similarly, Krishna is one, and we all are part and parcel of that supreme being. And then how will we know about it? How will we learn about it? We have never heard about it. So how will we know about it? So only and only way to come out of this material conception of this body, my house, my people is only way is the hearing. So here, Srila Prabhupada beautifully writes, hearing is an opportunity to associate with the Lord. So how? Because simply by hearing, when we hear about the transcendental name, fame, about the activities of the Lord when he was present on earth, so that hearing helps us to evolve that transcendental loving nature to serve the Lord, which is in a sleeping manner right now because of long time association with the material nature. Because it's not only one life. Srila Prabhupada says that Bhagavatam tells us that there are 86 lakh species of life. So in those species, according to our actions in each birth, we have been, we can say, shifted from one house to another. The same way, this soul has been moved from one body to another body. And then finally, maybe some great soul or some Brahmana who is truthful, who is non-envious, and who is totally dedicated to enliven the souls with the transcendental name of the Lord must have had his merciful glance on us. That's why we got this human body. And that too, so many years we have already wasted in hearing about this matter, this movie, that movie, this song, that song, looking at WhatsApp, wasting time on Instagram, Twitter. So we have wasted so many years. But the natural inclination is towards hearing. We want to hear something, right? Something that is pleasing to hear. So what we can mold our senses to hear is the beautiful name, bhajan and kirtan of the holy names of the Lord. Because other things will give you momentary happiness. You will hear one song for how much time? For one time, two times, 1 year. Then next year, new song will come, and then next year is very far away. Even the next day, new song come, and you forget the earlier one, and you start singing the new one. But you see, this is so much potency in the name of the Lord that you see there are many acharyas, devotees for last 50, 60 years continuously they are chanting. And still, that hankering to listen more about Krishna has not subsided. It has increased with time. It's because it is pleasing to mind. So we will learn more about in chapter 8 about it. But here, so Lord is so merciful that he is complete in himself, but just to deliver the fallen conditioned souls who purposefully, because we purposefully do it, right? We waste time. If somebody comes to say, come and tell us, read Bhagavad Gita, read Krishna book, you will get to know about Krishna. And said, okay, later. This is not the age. This is not the time to divulge our senses and all this. So let me enjoy this time. So, but the Lord is so merciful that out of his causeless mercy, he displays his transcendental activities in this, on this very earth, so that we can at least get attracted to him and in this lifetime only go back to Godhead. So Krishna is in a form of a small baby. Now he has started crawling and walking. So, and what he used to do, he and Balramji, their beautiful pastimes in Vrindavan is when they started crawling, what they used to do, they used to go to the cow sheds, and there they used to hold the tails of the cows. And the cows, naturally they'll get scared, right? If somebody is holding. So the cows, they used to run here and there, and along with them used to be dragged our Krishna and Balrama, and they used to get all puddled up in the mud, and then everybody standing there would used to enjoy. So these are the beautiful pastimes of Krishna and Balrama. So on when Krishna and Balrama started crawling, so Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they uh, plan to for a breathing ceremony. So breathing ceremony is normally called Abhishek of the Lord. So in that, what Mother Yashoda arranged, and that is this ceremony is known as Janmashtami, and it is celebrated all over the world as the birth of the Lord, the appearance day of Lord Krishna. So in this occasion, what Mother Yashoda did, she distributed a large quantity of grain and first class cows. And cows were not like that you see on the roads or in a pitiable state. No, the cows were taken care of very nicely. They were wearing golden ornaments, and uh, then their hooves were marked with silver coverings. So this is the way the cows were taken care of. And then it is said these cows, when well fed, well taken care of, they used to uh, cover the Mother Earth with their milk. Without even milking them, they used to milk so much that there was no need to put water on the Mother Earth. It became so fertile with the milk of the cows that it was ready to grow crops. So, and when all these things were getting done, so Yashoda Maya forgot to feed Krishna, and Krishna went to sleep. So she put him to sleep and she started doing her different work. So it happens when there are guests at home, we forget what child has eaten or not. We start looking at them only. So similarly, same thing happened with Yashoda Maya. She made Krishna sleep, and then she went. Now, in the meanwhile, Krishna woke up, and then when Krishna woke up, he was hungry and he was crying. But Mata Yashoda was busy attending to the guest. So she didn't hear. Now Krishna was very angry. He said, okay, I'm hungry, I'm crying, and mother is not listening. So what she did, Krishna was laid on a wheel cart. So Krishna just started kicking his legs, and just by the touch of the tip of his toe, that heavy wheel cart all fell down. And there were so many utensils on the top of that wheel cart, everything fell down, and everybody came running because there was so much of noise. Then everybody was surprised. How come it fell down? So actually, Bhagavatam says there was a demon named Shakatasura, because Kansa has started sending demons. So similarly, this Mother Nature keeps sending different varieties of troubles to us, different varieties of attractions for us. That if I'm talking to you about Bhagavad Gita, suddenly a message will come on WhatsApp. Hey, today is a birthday party. Would you like to attend? And then you feel, okay, yes. First, let me answer that. This one we'll hear later. So these are the phone calls that keep coming. So but these phone calls can be avoided if we keep our mind attracted to lotus feet of Krishna, to hear the glories of Krishna. So similarly, Kansa was trying and trying. He sent Putna. So his atrocities have begun. First he sent Putna, now Shakatasura. So next will be the Trnavarta will come. So just give me a second. With our advanced high-tech technology, the battery is going down. Sorry for inconvenience. So just by the touch of the lotus feet of the Lord, so that wheel cart was destroyed. So similarly, just by hearing the powerful names of the Lord, we can get rid of these material attractions. So all the cowherd men and everyone, they surrounded around the wheel cart, and they couldn't believe that how that wheel cart could be destroyed. But all the small children playing over there could tell that just by the touch of Krishna's feet or the kicking of Krishna, that it has broken. But they were not ready to believe. They think, okay, must be it is by the protection of the demigods. And then, because they don't know that the personality who's lying there in the wheel cart as a baby is the supreme personality of Godhead. And both the possible and impossible were done in his power. So, while so much of discussion was going on, then the baby Krishna cried, and Mother Yashoda picked the child on her lap and called the Brahmanas to chant holy Vedic hymns to counteract the evil spirits, because the utmost concern of Mother Yashoda was to protect Krishna from any kind of danger. So just now, as we explained, that Brahmanas, who were Brahmanas? So Brahmanas they were not envious, they were never untruthful, they were never proud, they were non-violent, and they never claimed any false prestige. They were all bona fide Brahmanas, and when bona fide Brahmanas like this are given charity, then the result of it is boundless. It will never go waste. It will never go in vain. So this way, all the ceremonies were being organized, and then here Srila Prabhupada emphasizes, to be happy in this material world, we have to perform yatnas, because every minute from our surroundings we are taking so many things. But the next thing Prabhupada says that it's not possible to perform yatna in this Kali Yuga. Why? Because you will not get pure ghee, then you will not get pure butter, you will not get a Brahmana who will chant pure mantras like Yashoda Maya got the Brahmanas. Then you will not, even if you get arranged, you call Vaishnavas and you arrange for all that, then the surrounding, the environment, and the wood and different oblations we have to put in the Havan Kund, we will not get the pure form. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercifully, he gave us the Sankirtana Yagna. And what is Sankirtana Yagna? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. So this way, when these Vedic hymns are performed the second time, then again Nand Maharaj gave huge quantities of grains and many cows. So here, Srila Prabhupada emphasizes the cow. So how cows should be protected for the welfare of the human society. So we discussed how even the urine and the dung, cow dung and cow urine is used for making many invaluable medicines. So after that, one day Mother Yashoda was holding baby Krishna in her lap, and suddenly she felt that he has become very heavy. So Mother Yashoda thought maybe I have become weak, and that's why I'm not able to carry Krishna. So what she did, she put Krishna down on the floor, and she went to have something so that she gets energy. Normally it happens with mothers that we feel, okay, now we are tired. We feel we are tired because of our material hankerings. But here, Mother Yashoda is feeling transcendental love for Krishna, that no, this is not good. I need to maintain myself so that I can serve Krishna better. We maintain ourselves so that we can serve ourselves better, so that we can look good, we can hear good, or everybody can come and say, oh, you're so nice. But here, Mother Yashoda is in pure fixed in transcendental love of Krishna. That's why her whole motive of life is to take care of So, being all pervasive, Krishna knew that Kansa's another sharp arrow is coming, and who is that? Is Trinavrata. So, Trinavrata came as a world demon. He came with a lot of wind, noise, sound, and black clouds, and everything. Each and everything in Vrindavana was covered by dust. Nobody could see anything. It was total darkness. So this is the situation of our life. When everything is covered by total darkness, we get bewildered. But Vrindavan Vasi, what they are doing, Mother Yashoda, what they are doing, instead of protecting themselves, the first thing they are remembering, where is Krishna? How is Krishna? So this should be our mood, that whenever we are encircled with difficulties, with darkness, then we should see the bright line. We should try to hold the lotus feet of the Lord. We should try to chant his names as loudly as possible. And here, what is happening? The Trnavarta, he took Krishna with him as a world demon, and he was going high and high and high in the sky. And acharyas say, sometimes people ask, why Krishna let Trinavrata took him so high? He could have hit him when he was down only. So saying, okay, Krishna was also enjoying roller coaster ride. He was saying, okay, he is taking me high, high, and then he was saying, okay, even more higher, even more higher. And Trinavrata was thinking that Krishna will, okay, I'll take you, little boy, higher and higher, and then leave you there only, and I'll come back. And Krishna was thinking, okay, you take me higher, and from there you will go steep down and stay there only, and you will leave, and I will go back home to my Golok Vrindavan now. So these are the beautiful pastimes of Krishna. And say suddenly when it was enough, Krishna said, "Okay, enough of roller coaster ride today," and just held Trinavrata with his neck, and Trinavrata couldn't get rid of that hold of Krishna. And he just, with the speed he came, with that speed only, he came down to the earth and hit a stone, and his body was shattered into pieces. So here, what we have to learn from these readings of Krishna book is that if we hold on to the lotus feet of the Lord, if we depend, if we surrender completely onto the lotus feet of the Lord, then all these difficulties, all these material tribulations which we every day we face these difficulties, with the speed they came, with the same speed they will subside. Because how we explain in Bhagavatam that Samashrita ye pad pallava plavam, that whosoever holds on to the boat of Harinam, the boat of the name of the Lord, for that person, all the material tribulations become as small as water contained in the hoop of a car. So, and then that can be easily crossed over. But for that, first we have to have faith. So, how can we develop faith? By Shranvata Shraddha. Shranvata Shraddhaya Nityam Gyanantascha Swachestitam Kalena Nati Digena Bhagavan Vishate Vidhi. So if we hear with determination and with faithfulness the Lord, to the names of the Lord, then what will happen? Then Kalena Nati Divyana. Shortly, what will happen? Krishna will reside in our heart. Krishna is there in our heart, but the problem is we don't want to look at him. We don't want to hear his instructions. We don't want to follow his path. So here, all the Brajvasis, they are very happy. All the residents of Braja, they are very happy. The gopis, they are thinking that we are so fortunate that we have done some sort of austerities and penances in our previous lives. That's why this wonderful boy is being saved from all the dangers again and again. So still, the Vrindavan Vasis, the residents of Vrindavan, they are not believing that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. They just think that he is a little boy empowered with different powers by Lord Narayana, and we are fortunate that we have been given the responsibility to take care of him. So this is the way the love of the parental love of Yashoda Maya and Nand Maharaj protects them from considering Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. They just feel, even if you go and tell to them that, okay, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they say, this boy is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He who, even when the cloud, the lightning and the thunder, lightning strikes and thunder is there, this boy comes and hides in the behind Mother Yashoda. And even if he sees some place, some dark place, if he is left there, then he'll come and crying looking for Mother Yashoda. So you think he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead? Is Supreme Personality of Godhead like this? So here, the beautiful pastime of salvation of Trnavarta ends here. So we move to chapter 8. So chapter 8 is the vision of the universal form. So universal form is the universal form. Devotees, we understand that what Krishna showed to Arjuna. But we have never read, we never tried to understand, we never tried to read that there is even one more time when universal form has been shown to Mother Yashoda by Krishna. And the most amazing thing is, even after seeing the universal form of Krishna, Mother Yashoda thinks, I am fortunate and that I have got this boy in my hand, and this is some kind of illusory energy of this material nature that it is making me it is showing me all these different prospects of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it's not only just the showing of the universal form to Mother Yashoda. Krishna book describes that after this salvation of Trnavarta, so three demons, if you remember in sequence, then Putna, Shakatasura, and Trnavarta. Krishna has already, by his playful nature, by just playing, he has given them liberation from this material existence. So now Vasudev Maharaj sends Gargamuni. Gargamuni is a Brahmana, like he has done many austerities and penances, and then he knows past, present, and future. He's not like Brahmanas available today who doesn't know just by reading few things here and there, and they just keep guessing what is happening. But Gargamuni is a exalted devotee of the Lord, and he has done many austerities and penances, and then after that he has been appointed as priest of Yadu dynasty. So he came to visit Nand Maharaj on the behest of Vasudev Maharaj. So when he comes, Nand Maharaj immediately stands up, pays obeisances, and then he will give him a warm welcome. So here again, the importance of welcoming a guest, and that too a Brahmana, a learned Brahmana, has been emphasized by Srila Prabhupada. That how the guest should be received and how they should be given proper welcome. So that is our culture. That is the way a guest should be treated. And then here Nand Maharaj is saying that the householders don't have time. We always are busy, right? If I come and ask you, okay, Mataji, this time we are doing, can you make it? No, no, this is school going time, this is office going time, this is lunch time, this is dinner time. Every minute we are busy in something or the other. So the Brahmanas, the exalted Brahmanas, the Vaishnavas, what they do, they go to house. To what? To collect the alms. No, they are self-satisfied. Whatever Krishna gives, they are satisfied with that. But just to awaken the sleeping conditioned souls. Because householders are so much engaged in their family affairs, they are not ready to listen. So out of compassion only, these saintly persons, these Brahmanas, go to householders' home to make them realize their real cause of to serve, to do the loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says a Brahmana is one who is expert in the knowledge of the Supreme. So without the knowledge of the Supreme Absolute, one cannot be recognized as a Brahmana. So this way, Then when Gargamuni is here, Nand Maharaj was aware of his exalted position. So he requested him to name Krishna and Balram. But Gargamuni said that if I perform this naming ceremony in such a big scale, Kansa will come to know about it. Yes, and he because everyone is aware that Devaki was not supposed to have a daughter as a eighth child. So that's why Kansa is very much anxious, and that's why he is sending one after another demon to Vrindavana. So to get rid of that eighth child. But then directly Gargamuni couldn't tell Nand Maharaj that Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is in your house and he is not your son, he is Devaki and Vasudev's son. Because he didn't want to uh, fall into any future miscalculations that Kansa came to know, he sent a demon and then he is killed. Although Gargamuni is assured that um, nothing happens without the will of the Lord. So whatever prophecy is there, that is going to happen. But still, Nand Maharaj wants to, Garg Muni wants to play safe. So he says, just to avoid any kind of material attraction to enter in our heart, what we should do, we should avoid all the calls of materialistic friends who will pull us away from the holy names of the Lord. We should try to drag our mind to read more and more about Krishna from Krishna book, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and spend and dedicate our time and energy to learn about. So here, after hearing from Garg Muni, Nand Maharaj said, okay, if there is so much of danger, so let's not plan a very big ceremony. Let's do something very small. So Gargmuni said, okay. So they met in a cowshed and secretly he named Krishna and Balrama. So here Gargmuni explains Nand Maharaj that there are many different incarnations of the Lord. As many you can say the waves are there in the river, that many incarnations of the Lord are there. Avtaro hi asankhyeya harer sattva nidher dija. Unlimited incarnations are there, but still from of all these avatars, of all these incarnations, Krishna is the supreme soul. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and Krishna is the main source from where all these incarnations are coming. So, and that's why he said we will name this boy as Krishna. You know why Krishna? Because now means no or stop. To stop from what? To stop the material birth and death. Because living entities and you can say it's encased in four kind of diseases. What is that? Birth, old age, disease, and death. So we all suffer from this. Even Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita that this is dukhale aswashvatam. So in this dukhale ashashvatam, how can anyone be? So to stop that birth in this life cycle of birth and death is power of whom? Is Krishna. Why? Because Krishna means existence. So one who stops our existence in this material life cycle of birth and death is Krishna. So that is the beautiful explanation of his name, Krishna. It's been given by Gargamuni. Then he says that Krishna is named as many different uncommon names like Giridhari, because as we all know, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill on his little finger for 7 days and 7 nights. So that will come as we go along in these chapters in Krishna book. That beautiful pastime also will come across. So he will be known as Giridhari. Mukunda, because he is a giver of liberation. Da means to give. This is Yashoda. So Da means give in Hindi. Da means dene wala. To give. So Yash means fame. So one who is giving fame to the child Krishna is Yashoda. So because of boundless affection of Mother Yashoda, Krishna's pastimes became so relishing for the devotees. So one who is giving fame to Krishna is Yashoda, and one who is stopping our existence in this material life cycle of birth and death is Krishna. So this is the explanation, beautiful explanation given by Garga Muni to Nanda. So as we move on to in this chapter, so it has been described how Krishna and Balrama started to crawl on their hand and knees, and while crawling, they used to give pleasure to the heart of their mothers. So, and in every paragraph, Srila Prabhupada writes that at each and every stage, though Yashoda Maya and Rohini Maya, they are enjoying the pastimes of Krishna and Balrama, but still they were always anxious to give them protection. We serve Krishna for what? We serve so that we get protection from him. But in Vrindavan, the residents of Vrindavan, Maya Yashoda, Mother Yashoda, what is their whole soul purpose? Their whole soul purpose is to give protection to Krishna. So there's a huge difference in what the way we serve the Lord and the way Vrindavan residents serve the Lord. We should never try to, we can follow the footsteps and increase in our loving devotional service, but we should never try to become equal to the residents of Vrindavana, whether be it protecting Krishna, whether be it Ras Leela, or whether be it as behaving like Nanda Maharaj or Gop Sakhas. We can just follow on their footsteps. So here, it's a beautiful pastime where all the gopis, because now they say Krishna and Balrama have started walking. So now what they're doing, the gopis have come to Yashoda Maya's house and they are complaining. What they are complaining? They are saying that Krishna and Balrama, they come to our house and they steal butter. And if we accuse them of stealing butter, what do they say? They say, do you think we don't have enough butter at our home that we have come to steal? So Yashoda Maya says, yeah, that's true. We have enough butter. They are the king and queen of Raja, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya. So they have everything in opulence more than anyone has. So Maya Yashoda says, why they will come? So gopis say, no, they come, they steal butter and they feed to monkeys. And after feeding, when monkeys are full, they will say, oh, this butter is useless, who will eat this? So here Acharya has explained the feeding of monkeys also has a reason behind it. Because when in Dwapar Yuga, in Treta Yuga, when Krishna came as Lord Ram, that time these monkeys only helped him to find Mother Sita and to fight against Ravana to get Mother Sita back. But that time he was just a Vanvasi. Vanvasi means he was just staying in the jungle. So he didn't have any opulence. He didn't have anything to repay the monkeys. Krishna is opulent in all the situations, but at that time he didn't have anything to repay the monkeys. So he told them, when in Dwapar Yuga I'll come as Krishna myself, that time I'll repay you. So here Krishna is stealing butter from gopis and he's repaying the debt and he's giving to monkeys. When everybody is full, he'll say, oh, this butter is useless. And when gopis are complaining like this, the best part is Krishna is lying on the lap of Mother Yashoda and happily listening. So here, Srila Prabhupada comments that Krishna also loves his glorification. He's sitting and enjoying his glorification. Then Mother Yashoda says that you hang the butter and ghee on little top so that Krishna cannot reach. They say how much ever high we hang the butter, they will put wooden planks on the mortar and pestle. They'll climb on it and then they will take it. And if they cannot reach, they will make holes in the pot and make the whole house dirty. Because if the pot has holes, so all the butter will flow from it. And the house is dirty. And if they cannot find, what will they do? The children are sleeping at home. They just go and pinch children and come back. So these are the wonderful pastimes which can be relished, which can be remembered, and which can be read again and again from Krishna. So, and then Mother Yashoda says, okay, then you switch off the light. You keep butter in a dark room so that they cannot see. So now the gopis are saying the most wonderful part of it. They're saying that um, because of their ornaments, there's so much of light that they could make their way to butter. So if we try and melt our heart by hearing the glories of the Lord, which is like a butter, and if we melt it, Krishna will make way to it. What is the purpose of hearing Krishna book? What is the purpose of sitting here, giving our time and to listen about Krishna? The purpose is to develop that hankering, that loving desire to achieve the love of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Our Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj says that hankering should be like a fish has for water. If you take out fish from the water, she just cannot breathe. So she just wants to go back to the water this way, that way, anyhow, any difficulty, but she wants to go in the water. So that kind of thinking, that kind of anxiety we have to develop in our heart. That this way or that way, any kind of problems, we all are facing our own set of problems. So any kind of problems, any kind of encumbrances, any kind of holdings we have in our heart, we have to just get rid of it, and we have to hear about Krishna. When we develop that hankering for hearing for the beautiful pastimes of Krishna, then the butter in our heart will melt. And when it will melt, the flavor of that love, Krishna will get attracted. And will get seated. Kale nanati dirgena bhagwan vishate didi. When we do endeavor is ours. But that endeavor, when it is mixed by the mercy of the Lord, the will of the Lord, then that endeavor fructifies, and that loving devotional service, the desire to serve the Lord, that arising in our heart. So this way, then Mother Yashoda says, okay, if his jewels are so effulgent that it is making the room bright, from tomorrow I will not make him wear all the jewels and the ornaments. But gopis are not happy with that also. They say, no, 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 your boy is so special that there is so much of effulgence emanating from his body that even if he is not wearing any ornaments, then also the room becomes brightened. So Krishna, in any form, whether he is wearing golden ornaments, he is wearing flowers, the fresh flowers garland, whether his smile, his beautiful lotus-like smile on his beautiful lotus-like face only attracts the living entity. And when we say Krishna, to Krishna, what he does, he stops our existence, or in this, from this birth cycle of life and death. So this way, these are the beautiful pastimes which we can relish, we can remember, we can again and again think, we can relate to our surroundings. And when it is done by a devotee like that, so the Acharya says there is no reason why Krishna will not have mercy on us. So Krishna's mercy is there, but we have to become capable of entrapping that mercy. See, if you give an example of river, so Mother Ganges is highly exalted devotee of Krishna, and she has the potency to purify anyone who comes in her contact with of all her past mistakes. Correct. So now on the Ganges of on the bank of the river, there are two trees. One is mango tree and one is lemon tree. Okay, so river is giving water, nutrition, whatever she has, incessantly she is giving, without any doing any discrimination. She is giving water to both the trees. But still, when the trees bear the fruits, the mango tastes sweet. We call him the king of fruits, and then it has the sweetest taste of all, right? And but the same river is nourishing the lemon tree also, and the fruit is bearing is lemon, which is sour and tasty. So it depends on us how we are accepting the mercy. incessant lane, the causeless mercy of the Lord is there. But the problem is we are holding on to the umbrella and standing. So if you are holding on to the umbrella, that mercy cannot touch. So that umbrella is what? That umbrella is our desire to enjoy in this material world. To enjoy WhatsApp, to enjoy movies, to enjoy different songs, to enjoy with friends, party, which is all temporary. You watch WhatsApp, you get happiness for that moment. The minute you off, then again all the misery start. Oh, I have to do school project, I have to do office project, I have to go to office, I have to call this person. These things have to be taken care at home, at office, at outside, at work. Everything creeps in. But when we are with Krishna, when we are with the holy names of the Lord, then our consciousness, our mind, our work, everything falls in place because we are peaceful. Only by hearing, only by the method of hearing, our heart and mind becomes peaceful. So here, to round up chapter 8, there's a very beautiful paragraph. So Mataji, would you like to read?
Sure, Mataji. So which one should I read?
We will read just half paragraph. So rest we will read.
Okay, so from where should I start?
When the Supreme Personality. Because, okay, just a second, Mataji. Here, what has happened is, like all the small children eat dirt while playing with their friends, here Krishna has put some dirt in his mouth. And now Balramji is complaining to his mother that Krishna has eaten dirt. Now, Mother Yashoda is very worried for Krishna. So she's saying, open your mouth, I'll take it out. Krishna is saying, I have not eaten. Only thing is, this Balramji, today they had fight with me. He was ordering me something and I didn't listen to him. That's why he's complaining that I have done dirt. He just wants me to get scolded by you. So Mother Yashoda is saying, if you have not done anything wrong, why are you scared? Just open your mouth. I'll just see and the matter will be over. So from here, Krishna, as being an obedient son, he is following his mother's orders. Mataji, when the Supreme Personality of God.
Yes, okay. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna was so ordered by his mother, he immediately opened his mouth just like an ordinary boy. Mother Yashoda saw within that mouth the complete opulence of creation. She saw the entire outer space in all directions: mountains, islands, oceans, seas, planets, air, fire, moon, and stars. Along with the moon and the stars, she also saw all the elements: water, sky, and the extensive ethereal existence, along with the total ego and its products, namely the senses, the controller of the senses, all the demigods, and the objects of the senses like sound and smell. Within his mouth, she also saw the three qualities of material nature, all living entities, eternal time, material nature, spiritual nature, activity, consciousness, and different forms of the whole creation. Yashoda could find within the mouth of her child everything necessary for cosmic manifestation. She also saw within his mouth herself taking Krishna on her lap and having him suck her breast. Upon seeing all this, she became struck with awe and began to wonder whether she was dreaming or actually seeing something extraordinary. She concluded that she was either dreaming or seeing the play of the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She thought that she had become.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, after seeing all this also, Mother Yashoda is seeing the complete opulence of creation. She's seeing the universal form of the Lord. She's seeing everything possible on this earth inside the mouth of little Krishna. Seeing the mountains, planets, islands, oceans, seas, air, fire, moon, even the senses, water, sky, demigods. And even she is seeing inside the mouth that she is sitting there with Krishna in her lap. And the best part is now also Mother Yashoda is not for us even for a second thinking that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She's thinking my vision is obstructed by the mystic power of material energy. That's why I'm thinking of me, myself, and me being fortunate, being the wife of Nanda Maharaj and Krishna, the empowered boy, as my son. So this is all illusion. So I have to come out of this illusion because uh, this is not good for me to protect my child. So she's saying now the one who has given me this position is beyond my capacity to understand. So when something is beyond our capacity to understand, we should, instead of doing mental speculations, what we should do, we should surrender to him. So what here, what Maya Yashoda is doing, Mother Yashoda is saying, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, under whose illusory energy I am thinking that these all things belong to me. So here, similarly, in the war of Kurukshetra, Arjuna was bewildered. So what he did, he respectfully, faithfully, and he surrendered to the lotus feet of the Krishna. So what he says in 2.7, Tarpanya dosho upahat svabhava richamikam dharma sammudha chetam. So Arjuna faithfully surrenders with the faith, with the belief that to whom I'm surrendering, he is the superpower, he is the all pervasive, and he can show me the right way. He can help me to get out of this illusory covering of of this material nature. So similarly, that's what Mother Yashoda is doing here. She is praying to that all-powerful Lord because she's saying that um, because of my philosophical speculation and because of me being entrapped in this illusory energy, all these things I'm believing and I'm seeing, but actually it is not there. So here we have to understand that Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya are not any common living entity on this earth. They have performed many austerities and penances to get Krishna as their son. And these are Nitya Siddhas. There are two types of devotees, Nitya Siddhas and Sadhana Siddhas. So these are Nitya Siddhas who are naturally always devoted to the loving service of the Lord. Sadhana Siddhas are like, they try, they read books, they hear, and then by austerities and penances, then they try to develop that love for Godhead. But here, Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, okay, so because many times it has been asked that why Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya only got Krishna. Sometimes if you see in this material world also people name their children as Krishna and then they say, oh, we, if you try to tell them about Krishna book, about Bhagavad Gita, they'll say we have Krishna at home. So that's not possible. Here, that prophecy also, misconception also has been refuted by Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada tells us the history of Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. They say they are Drona and his wife Dhara. They were ordered to increase progeny by Lord Brahma. And then Lord Brahma, they asked a benediction from Lord Brahma. They could have asked for liberation, but instead of that, they asked that, okay, we will take birth again, but we want our mind and our senses to be engrossed in the loving, playful pastimes of Devi Krishna. So, because of that austerities and penances, and because of that, see, if we have Lord Brahma in our front, what we'll ask, okay, give me this, give me that. What Hiranyakashipu did, he could have asked so much, but he just asked, okay, no one can kill me, and then I will become the king. So similarly, the Hiranyakashipu of our heart is always ready to ask for different benedictions, right? But here, the devotees of the Lord teach us what we should hanker for and what we should aspire if ever in this lifetime or in any lifetime we happen to meet Krishna, what we should ask for. We should not ask for liberation. We should ask that we should always be able to remember him lovingly in this life and if there is next life then, because Krishna, as we said, he stops the our cycle of birth and death. So we pray that by hearing all these beautiful pastimes of the Lord, we develop the mood of the devotee, and the mood of the devotee is, Bhagavatam explains, Tate anukam pasu samikshamano Gunjanamevatmakritam vipakam Idavagvapubir vidadan namaste Jive tayo mokti pade sadhayava. So mood of the devotee is they keep on facing all the trials and tribulations this material nature puts in on their plate very patiently and determined. They keep serving the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. And if what is their mood? Their mood is maybe because of our past lives, because of our past karmas, we are suffering these problems. So, and with the heart, with full faith, they surrender to the Lord. They pay full obeisances to the Lord. With a hidavak vapuvir, with a dan namaste, with a wholeheartedness, with a loving devotional service, they keep serving the Lord. And Bhagavatam says, this kind of devotion and this kind of surrender make them eligible to get liberated. Yo mukti pade sa dayapa. So that kind of faith, that kind of endurance of all the troubles and tribulations make them eligible for liberation in this life and in the next. So keep chanting, keep hearing, and keep joining. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Leela Purushottam Bhagwan Shri Krishna ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees of Krishna.